living in the present. Now, first of all, we all know that the past is the past, and the future is the future, and the present is the present. A lot of people think that it's the past, then in the middle is the present, then in the future is at the latter end. Now, when you think about it, and yes, I'm just going into this video, we'll get to the meat and the crux of the matter. But when you think about it, everything is one. Everything is one. That's the secret. Everything is one. You need to be present at all times. Both past and future are in present. Basically, sometimes it's just fair to say time is just a construct. Time is just something that we use to measure things, and kind of there's no such thing as time. Yeah, I think that's kind of going over a lot of y'all head, but I'm just really being real and telling you what I know. Yeah, just for your own good. When you grow up and you get informed further, you will understand what essentially I am saying. Yeah, so in order, as it relates to mental health, as it relates to having good habits, it's best to just be present, and it's best to forget the past, let it go. Let it go. I got that tattooed on me, yes, because it helps me to remind me to let that shit go. And I read a wonderful book by Nina Purwell, I think. It's there, but I can't go for it right now. And another young lady, and it's wonderful. It's called Let That Shit Go, and trust me, a lot of gems, a lot of nuggets are in that book. And so, on today's episode, now is where I come in and talk about what we're going to be talking about. We will be touching on how being present affects mental health conditions or having good mental health. Because when you are in the state of I'm eating, let me focus on what I'm eating. Oh, that rice tastes really nice. It's well seasoned. That chicken is well seasoned. This is fried to perfection. When you are zeroed in on what you are doing, that helps your brain, essentially. That helps you to stay aware, and awareness is essential. When you are aware of what is taking place in your world, nothing is like that, because at the end of the day, you want to be aware to the point where you are able to say, okay, let me not get aggravated because this happened or whatever. You are able to have good cognitive skills then. Okay, I think I am using a lot of big terms and stuff like that right now, but it's just my jargon, my mental jargon, what I would have learned over the years and stuff like that. To break it down, sometimes I just cannot talk simple. But to break it down, the brain, I think in the last episode I would have spoken about how the brain and the mind is different, and then in this episode I want to touch on how being present is very important in your mental health. And I want to also say that when you forget about the past or what has happened in the past, or let go, essentially every single thing, just let it go. Leave it there, because it's gone. And I don't know if you've ever heard of the Serenity Prayer, but the Serenity Prayer essentially helps you to know, hey, if you cannot change it, do not even try to change it. You understand? And let God give you the courage to understand what is shit, what you can hold on to, what you can change, and hey, I cannot do anything about that. Let me leave it alone. You understand the difference between the two? You understand? That is essentially what the Serenity Prayer is all about. If you don't know what the Serenity Prayer is, your friend Google is there to help you. Okay, Google is there to help everybody. You understand? Good. So, present, be present. You are present. The present is a gift to you. It is actually the gift you give to yourself. You understand? It is actually this sigh of relief you get when you say, you know what, I'm just gonna forget about the past. I'm not gonna even think about what's gonna happen next, or what's gonna happen 3 months from now, or tomorrow, or 2 weeks from now, because a lot of us get too occupied and use all this chatter in our brain to say, oh, this happened yesterday, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen tomorrow. It's not worth it, because this is what helps to magnify the mental health conditions. You understand? Depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, bipolar, the list goes on and on. This is what helps to magnify the symptoms of them. And I don't like to talk about symptoms of these things, because as I would have alluded to in, I guess, past episodes as well, is that what would have happened, maybe I did not touch on this, so what would have happened is that essentially that I learned from Dr. Caroline Leaf, and that's another good neuroscientist and another good person to listen to online on YouTube. She would have said, hey, you know what these doctors did? They literally put symptoms. If you're doing this, if you're doing that, if you're doing that, okay, you classify that bipolar, you classify this schizophrenia. That's essentially what they did. And I would have spoken about neuroplasticity in one of my episodes. Neuroplasticity is the fact that you can change your mind. A lot of people think that, hey, not change your mind, change your brain. The cells, the construction, the structure of your brain. A lot of people think that once you have these diseases, or once you are dubbed to have these diseases, you cannot change, you cannot transform, which is not true. You understand? So I don't want to go too long. I don't really like to have long videos, but that is just what I wanted to touch on today. You know, I'm going to put some, I'm yet to learn how to put the links and stuff like that, but it's coming, it's coming. So I just wanted to, shameless plug, it's my channel. You can cop this book on Amazon. It's called Goodbye Bipolar, A Healing Journey by Kimora Ward. That's me. And essentially it speaks on, it gives you tips on how to thrive with mental health conditions, especially bipolar, because I have 20 years lived experience. You know, I've been dubbed or diagnosed with that bipolar, but I am able to live a fruitful, productive life, might I say myself. So that's all for today, and I wish you the best health, mental health in the world. Love you. Share, like, subscribe.